4,998 gone in 1 year. Been who burned 85 in a week, though still clear. 6,000 run from Plateau Plains, no soldier near. December 25, the killers came, no Christmas cheer. 140 killed in Christmas raids, churches crushed like brittle bones. Pregnant mother, toddler child, no names, just ashes, stones. They danced on pews we bled to build. They smiled while saints were shot and still they call it clash, not plot. The blood still speaks. Don't forget, it don't forgive. It's unreal. The blood still speaks. It stains the ground, it marks the map, it won't back down. The blood still speaks. You'll hear it now, not vengeance, just the sound Ruth allowed. They gave jobs to those who killed us, built houses for those who burned. But our mothers sleep in sewage, our church is still unreturned. They call them reformed fighters, we call them neighbors' graves. We bury the baptized, they rebrand the depraved. And every time we cry for help, they quote our stats and peace. But you can't plant hope on land where justice is deceased. The blood still speaks. In burning fields, in Boko smoke, in Gwaza's hills, the blood still speaks. In Sunday shoes, still soaked in red, inside the pew, the blood still speaks. From girl to God, leaf to sky, from ash to rot. They killed us slow, they named it war, they blamed it tribe, they closed the door. But we know truth, it bleeds then burns, it waits in wells, it always returns. So build your silence tall and proud, our blood will pull it down out loud. The blood still speaks. The blood still roars, it shakes the dome, it breaks the floor. The blood still speaks. From every name you failed to say, still flames remain. The blood still speaks. Not for revenge, but for the king, the bitter end. Will not be this, will not be shame, will not be silence, will not be blame. The blood still speaks, and it speaks your name. We are still here, we are not the end. We are the witness that still speaks. Oh. 4,998 gone in 1 year. Been who burned 85 in a week, the world's still clear. 6,000 run from Plateau Plains, no soldier near. December 25, the killers came, no Christmas cheer. 140 killed in Christmas raids, churches crushed like brittle bones, pregnant mother, toddler child, no names, just ashes, stones. They danced on pews we bled to build, they smiled while saints were shot, and still they call it clash, not plot. The blood still speaks, it don't forget, it don't forgive, it cries unreal. The blood still speaks, it stains the ground, it marks, won't back down. The blood still speaks, you'll hear it now, not vengeance, just the sound of truth aloud. They gave jobs to those who killed us, built houses for those who. But our mothers sleep in sewage, our church is still unreturned. They call them reform fighters, we call them neighbors' graves. We bury the baptized, they rebrand the depraved. And every time we cry for help, they quote us stats and peace. But you can't plant hope on land where justice is deceased. The blood still speaks in burning fields, in Boko speaks in Sunday shoes, still soaked in red inside the pew. The blood still speaks from girl to God, from grave to sky, from ash to rod. They killed us slow, they named it war, they blamed it tribe, they closed the door. But we know truth, it bleeds then burns, it waits in wells, it always returns. So build your silence tall and proud, our blood will pull it down out loud. The blood still speaks, the blood still roars, it shakes the dome, it breaks the floor. The blood still speaks from every name you failed to say, still flames remain. The blood still speaks, not for revenge, but for the king. The bitter end will not be this, will not be shame, will not be silence, will not be blame. The blood still speaks, and it speaks your name. $198 gone in 1 year. Been burned 85 in a week. The world still 6,000 run planes, no soldier near. December 25, the killers came, no Christmas cheer. One filled in Christmas raids, churches crushed like brittle bones, pregnant mother, toddler child, no names, just ashes, stones. They danced on pews we bled to build, they smiled while saints were shot, and still they call it clash, not plot. The blood still speaks, don't forget, it don't forgive, it cries unread. The blood still, it stains the ground, it marks the map, it won't back down. The blood still speaks, you'll hear it now. Not vengeance, just the sound of truth aloud. They gave jobs to those who killed us, for those who burned. But our mothers sleep in sewage, our church is still unreturned. They call them reformed fighters' graves. We bury the baptized, they rebrand the deep. And every time we cry for help, they quote our stats and peace. But you can't plant hope on land where justice is deceased. The blood still speaks in burning fields, in Boko smoke, in Gwaza's hills. The blood still speaks in Sunday shoes, still soaked in red, inside the pews. The blood still speaks from girl to God, from grave to sky, from ash to rod. They killed us slow, they named it war, they blamed it tribe, they closed the door. But we know truth, it bleeds then burns, it waits in wells, it always returns. So build your silence tall and proud, our word will pull it down out loud. The blood still speaks, the blood still roars, it's shame, it breaks the floor. The blood still speaks from every name you failed to say, still flames remain. The blood still speaks, not for revenge, but for the king. The betrayal will not be this, will not be shame, will not be silence, will not be blame. The blood still speaks, and it speaks your name. We are still here, we are not the end. We are the witness, the blood still speaks.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to some of you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us. The blood still speaks. The blood of the innocent Biafrans murdered since 1945 till date still speaks. the blood of the 3.5 million starved to death by the Nigerian terrorist government, by Gowon and his cohorts. The blood still speaks. The blood of Biafrans who have been sacrificed for one Nigeria under the pretense of security, under the pretense of standing on the illegal proscription of Biafrans who are the indigenous people of Biafra. Their blood still speaks. The blood of Christians massacred in Nigeria still speaks. The blood of those who disappeared without a trace continue to speak. And he continued to speak the names of those who are responsible for their deaths. The blood of these Biafrans the blood of all these Biafrans will still speak. Most of them were murdered by the Nigerian state. Most of them were kidnapped without any trace till today. See the color pictures of how Biafrans have been dehumanized, victimized by the Nigerian state. Their blood speaks. And he speaks the names and calls the Nigerian government, calls the politicians, all the evil men and women, the blood. The Nigerian terrorists who arrested Biafrans unjustly for protesting.
It's unfortunate too.
For protesting against injustices.
It's unfortunate.
For protesting
This one now is dead.
against Nigerian government high-handedness.
It's dead too.
For protesting for their rights. The blood of all these innocent Biafrans will continue to speak. And you continue to call the names of those who are responsible for all these atrocities. The Buhari administration, Tinubu administration,
It's unfortunate too. It's unfortunate.
Babangida administration,
All this thing you are just watching now is
Abdul
ongoing
Salami
now at
administration,
Aba
Obasanjo
Omohia Expressway.
administration, and all the
ongoing now.
administrations that one way or the other killed Biafrans in their numbers just for asking for their rights, just for fighting for self-determination. The blood of Biafrans will continue to speak, and he speak the names of those who are responsible for their death, as well as the atrocities that is committed by the Nigerian terrorist state. These atrocities have not still yet abated. The Nigerian government continues. Nigerian government continues their evil agenda in our land. Nigerian government continues to import terrorists into our land. Nigerian government continues their evil agenda, promotion of terrorism in Biafran territory. Nigerian government continues to corrupt the people who are supposed to protect their land. Their evil schemes and plans against the Biafran state, against the Biafran people, will not go unpunished. Not only them, together with those whom they are using in Biafran territories to perpetuate this evil. The security agencies in Biafra, the politicians in our land, the PGs, the local government chairmen, all of them are directly and indirectly involved in the atrocity that is happening in Biafran territory. And we will continue to speak out. We will continue to hold them accountable for their evil schemes against Biafra. We will continue to hold them accountable because they are directly involved in the atrocity that is being committed in our land. My wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters, lovers of freedom all over the world, I greet you once again for joining. This is the questionnaire platform anchored by myself, Maazi David Nana. This platform is under the Biafran Republic government in exile, a government that is directly responsible for the protection of Biafran territory, that is actively involved in securing the lives and properties of Biafrans all over the world, a government that is actively involved in the freedom of Biafran nation, a government that is speaking for the release of our detained leaders. So this government is doing everything humanly possible to make sure that Biafran people are free.
Hey, hey.
This video that you are watching is happening live. It happened today, being the 26th day of March, April 2026. The Nigerian government plans against Biafran territory is once again being exposed. This trailer load of Abokis, Almajiris from the north, I think this is Dangote trailer if I'm not mistaken. They load All these people from the north, they load them from Kaduna, they are loaded from Sokoto, they are loaded from Katsina, they are loaded from Maiduguri. All these people are the Boko Harams that the Nigerian government reintegrated into the Nigerian system. They send them to Biafran territory with no they have a particular destination that they are going, and they have a plan for coming to that vicinity or that community or state. When they send them to your communities, to your states, they already have people in such places to receive them. They are offloaded near your marketplaces, and all of them will be dispatched. In some cases, you see them going to different directions, but at night they converge together. This is what the Nigerian government plans are in Biafran territory. All these people that they are sending to the southeast, they are not coming with anything other than guns, arms, and ammunition. When you allow them into your communities, your life will no longer remain the same. These people will scout your community. These people will take over the map. They look at the map. They look at the entrance and exit of their rural communities, and they plan attack against the people. These people are not bringing development to Biafran territories. These people are not therefore bringing any economic gain to the indigenous people. These people are Fulani foot soldiers. These people are the terrorists that are ISWAP, I6, Fulani Herdsman, Asawaru, and every terrorist, 22 terrorist groups that you have in the north. All of them are represented in this truck that you see that came into this community. Who sent them? And why are they going there? The government of Nigeria is responsible for everything that you see happening. They are coming to this community at the discretion and direction of the Nigerian government, by the security agencies and apparatus of Nigeria. They are directly under the instruction of Shetima, who is their sponsor, who is their founder. They are directly also under the control of Nuhu Ribadu, the National Security Advisor. They are also directly and indirectly involved with Matawale, Minister of Defense for State, because all these people are the sponsors of the terrorism that is happening in Nigeria. So having seen that the Southeast is very peaceful, having seen that the massacre that is happening in the North is not happening in the Southeast, they are now sending their foot soldiers to complement the efforts of the terrorist security agencies who have already been dispatched to various communities and states in the Southeast. People that you see in this lorry, they are not for anything that is going to profit their host communities. Rather, anywhere that they go, they live death, they live agony, they live killings, they live destruction of properties and lives, they risk kidnapping, ransom taking, harvesting of organs. So these people that you see in this truck or in this lorry coming to this community are coming there to carry out jihad, to carry out massacre against the people. And that is why we are using this opportunity to remind Biafrans all over the 40 states of Biafra land, if you see these people in your community, send them back to where they are coming from. If you see them in your marketplaces, in these lorries, make sure that you trace the lorry and know where the lorries are going to. Once they got to their destination, and it happens to be a Biafran territory, send them back to the north. These people are terrorists. These people are not Biafrans. And therefore, they should not be welcomed in Biafra land. And I want to appreciate the effort as put in place by this community, making sure that they were not allowed to offload themselves or alight in this community. Otherwise, the community will be in shambles. Death, destruction, killings will visit this community. So I want you to listen and see what plans the Nigerian government have for Biafran territory. And that is why we are calling on Biafrans to rise up, to wake up, and embrace the government that is creating these awarenesses, that is fighting and defending our land. The Biafran Republic government in exile, under Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere. I want you to watch and listen.
Hey, 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 there's a knock 80. Imam wata guru sagwa mantam agwa ya atom bikon jebenu abu jama fo mo fo sef DPO go ni kabuli jeno kwa oya DPO wa okay abudi simala kabuli jeno kwa abna heye go ni obelego ya bagobenu no onano buono na men escort na ya nwa ta gwo no sa gwa mantum udi ma adolo hey onendukwa hey hey ball there's a knock 80 station Imam wata guru sagwa mantam agwa ya atom bikon jebenu abu jama fo mo fo sef DPO go ni kabuli jeno kwa oya DPO wa okay abudi simala kabuli jeno kwa abna heye go ni obelego ya bagobenu no onano Puano. Puano na. Men escort. Nna ya nwa ata gwa n'ụlọ si agwa ma ntụm. Ụdị ama adịla. Hey, unendukwa. Hey. Hey. Ball. There's a knock 80. Okay. Imba mwata ko nu sagwa mantam. Agwa ya atom biko nu. Jebenu. Abu jama po mo follow sef. DPO don't come in jeno kwa. Oh yeah DPO one. Okay abu simala. Come in jeno kwa. Abu hele go ni obelego. Oh ya bago benu. Oh ya no. Onano. Bolo. Bolo na. Men escort. Nna ya nwa ta gwo no sa gwa mantum. Odi ama adolo. Hey, unendukwa. Hey.
So these people that you are seeing here, the Nigerian government are the ones sending them to these communities. When they come to these communities, what they bring are death. They bring kidnapping. They bring destruction. They bring other organ harvesting. They bring intimidation and harassment to their host communities. And that is why Biafrans, when you see these people in your community, do not give them a breathing space. Allow them to settle in your community. This is very, very important. This is not about hatred of anybody. These people have been proven to be destructive to the lives and properties of the people. These are not Biafrans, they are Fulanis. Outside being Fulanis, they are terrorists. These people are the ISWAP. These people are the Fulani herdsmen. These people are the bandits that the Nigerian government will integrate into the society. You see them coming with their big lorries, looking for a place to reside. You see them coming with new homes. So when you see them in your communities, organize yourselves. Let the youth be aware of the presence of these terrorists in our land. Let the youth come together and make sure that they are not given a breathing space and pursue them out of our land. Right from time immemorial, we are not the same people. We don't speak the same language. We don't eat the same food. We don't worship the same God. These people have their Sharia in the north. They have their Sharia system in the north. They are free to do whatever they like in the north. But we are predominantly Christians. These people believe that you as a Christian, you should not be alive. They call you infidel. They say that their religion supersedes your religion. Their religion mandated them to kill you to make sure that they unalive you. They call their religion of peace, whereas their religion is a religion of destruction. Why are people not wanting them to reside in their community? That is what you should ask yourself. When you go to Jos, women in Jos came out and drove the policemen, the military, out of their land because the military and the police are working with all these terrorists. That are coming to reside in your communities. Once you give them a breathing space, they are going to occupy a very larger space. And once they settle in your community, death will be your portion. So I appreciate these people for not allowing these terrorists to stay in their community. Don't allow them. And make sure you are bold enough. Make sure you are united enough. Not when you see these people, you only allow 6 or 7 people to go and confront them. No. When you see all these people in your community, come out in your numbers. Let the able-bodied men, the young men, let them come out in their numbers and demand that they exit that community immediately. Because if you don't do that, these people will bring death to your domain. Your security agencies work with them. The politicians work with them, including your own politicians. Because the reason why your politicians work with them is that your politicians are working for the government that is sending them to your community. That is the reason why when they come to your community, any atrocity they commit, the security agencies are not going to arrest them. Rather, they will arrest you. The security agencies will not harass, intimidate them. Rather than they will intimidate. You have seen series of encounters where security agencies are escorting these terrorists. Escorting them, even when they come with their cows. The security agencies escort them. That is to show you that these people are in bed with the Nigerian government. They are working together. Because I have not seen where cow is your personal business, then the security agencies will now escort you with your cow to any place you are going. That tells you a lot. So this community, I want to appreciate them. And if they get this video, let other communities learn from this. And in fact, they are so lenient, self. They are so lenient. You know, because of the what we believe in. We believe on live and let live. If it were to be in the north, that let's assume, let's be that the case. Although we are not violent, we are not a violent people. We are a peace-loving people. But let's assume this is the case, that these people do not want you in the north. You would have seen that they will put fire on this rock, and including the inhabitants, and nothing is going to happen. So, but because we are peaceful people, that is why we don't indulge into any kind of violence. But enough is enough. We have endured a lot of violence in the hands of terrorists like this, who are being funded and supported by the Nigerian state. Soludo is not going to do anything when these people start killing our people. Oti will not do anything when these people start kidnapping. Mba will not do nothing when your organs are harvested and found in the hands of these Fulani terrorists in our land. Neither will Hope Uzodimma. Already Hope Uzodimma have his own group, his own militia base in Imo State. So these people already have a plan. They have already sold you and I out to be destroyed and to be killed. And it is left for me and you to decide whether we are going to allow them to come and overrun us and kill us just like chickens. So you can see that nobody here is protesting against telling these people to go back. Nobody is protesting against it. Why? Because everybody understands the modus operandi of all these people. Should they be allowed to stay in that community? Should these people be allowed a day in a community? Believe you me, destruction is what is going to be awaiting indigenes of that community. And that is why they should be not allowed to stay in this community. Very, very important. And one of the atrocities that they have been committing, all these people, I want to show you one of the atrocities that they have committed in Jos, in Plateau, in Southern Kaduna. I want to show you. There is a community that is known as the widows community, where the men, young men and women, young men importantly, have been killed. Only the women were left. Even the women, a kind of even the women are not free. They are also intimidated by these communities, by these Fulani terrorists. Let me look for that video, because when we talk about the atrocity of all these Fulanis, we hate them. And the reason why we hate them is because of what they do. The reason why we hate them is because of what they do. Because of the atrocity that they are known for. That's the reason why we hate them.
Speaks first.
I want you to watch this video, very, very important. This woman, look at her hands were chopped off. Who are the people who chopped her hand off? It's people like the video I just played now. The video that you saw just now are the people that chopped this woman's hand off. According to this woman, okay, I will not speak. I want you to listen to this story. Very, very pathetic. A very, very pathetic story of a mother who witnessed the gruesome murder of her kids. Very, very pathetic. For you to understand the reason why, when you see all these Fulani coming to your community, you must rise up and chase them away. When you even hear that they are sending, they are coming, they are on the way, they are in Sokoto, they have left Sokoto, start forming a defense mechanism. Start grouping yourself to make sure that once they get to the entrance of that community, you drive them away. Because that these people have cost to lives and properties of people is unimaginable. This woman is a case study, and I want you to listen.
Lisa speaks first.
Kennedy, we had him being pover, Arichana, we are Sherichi, to Yohona, our kitchen, a question of Quang, I am Zian, I'll do.
Last year,
Lisa speaks first.
Sim, bem. A creche viu tudo. Sim, é bem. Suerência. Já foi cara brinca. Mas o entejo filme. Diego. Vai dizer. Hoje bem um estar. Hoje bem né. Tigano sim. Hoje bem um clano sim. Na bem enxete. Bem lá bem arabano sim. Bem chefe bem tiscata na ari. Deixa de chuva, de soltonte, de pior, de vana, não sei. Bicho, alguma. Passei. Não, kiraba. A gente kiraba. Assim, um tom de gente, um tom de ambra que tinha medo. Não, gente, eu com uma cuti se chama, se deseja, ambra rabartine. A gente quem nena, be agure be unje, a gente be fara nem, gembe daga chana bere be unje, nenji daga vajin gararichi. Kennedy, we had him being pover, Arichana, we are Sherichi, to Yohona, our kitchen, a question of Quang, I am Zian, I'll do.
last year,
Lisa speaks first.
Sim, é bem. A creche viu tudo. Sim, é bem. Na suerência. Já foi cara brinca. Tô já desejando John Tonje. Mas o enjoy filme. Já vai dizer. A gente bem me tá. A gente bem né. Chichicano sim.
I want us to start it again so that you can hear properly. These people are terrorists. I want you to hear the story of this young mother. What has happened to her? Because when we talk about it, it looks as if we are making up stories. I want you to listen to it again.
Lisa speaks first.
Sim, é bem. A creche viu tudo. Sim, é bem. Na suerência. Já foi cara brinca. Tô já desejando John Tonje. Mas o enjoy filme. Já vai dizer.
She said that she was asleep when she had gunshots. You know, in the night when people have come back from their work and you just want to have a rest. You just want to sleep so that you can prepare for the next day's activity. So this lady, who is a nursing mother, was asleep, and all of a sudden she had gunshots. What happened next?
A gente bem me tá. A gente bem né. Chichicano.
Lisa speaks first.
Sim, é bem. A creche viu tudo. Sim, é bem. Na suerência. Já foi cara brinca. Tô já desejando John Tonje. Mas o enjoy filme. Já vai dizer. A gente bem me tá. A gente bem né. Chichicano sim. Bem claro sim.
When she had the gunshots, she tried to wake her husband. As a woman, she wants the husband to be alerted that something is wrong somewhere, because they know that Nigeria breeds evil. They know that every day in Nigeria is just by the special grace of God that people wake up in peace. In some cases, you sleep, you will not wake anymore. Just like in this fateful day, while she was sleeping, she had gunshots, and the first thing she did was to try to wake the husband. But unfortunately, the man was very weak and had fallen asleep to the extent that he was not woken up by the gunshot himself. So she tried to wake up the husband, but he would not wake up, because whether he don't drink gogoro, or it was because of the previous work that he has gone to, or as a result of tiredness. So she tried to wake the husband, but the husband was not getting up. So while she was waking the husband, the people gained entrance into their compound. They used the knife that they have to be able to bring the door and gain access into the house. So when they came in, they found that she was breastfeeding the baby. When these people gained entry into their house, they found that she was breastfeeding the baby, and it was like the husband was still very much asleep.
I say, well, no, Kuraba.
What did they do? They squeezed the baby from her. When they got into the house, they saw that she was breastfeeding the baby. They took the baby away from her and to send a very strong message that they are not there as friends, family members, that they are there as enemies, they are there as terrorists, they are there as organ harvesters. They have to send a very strong message to her, and that message was they used the knife they had to slice the small child that she was breastfeeding. Is that not barbaric? Is that not barbaric? I'm asking you. A mother who has carried his baby for 9 good months, nurtured the baby to 10th month, a 10-month-old baby. 10-month-old. After 9 months, she have been nurturing the baby 1 month, 2 months, getting to a year. Then they now came in, seized the baby, and all of a sudden, your 9-month pregnancy, your 9 months of sleepless nights, your 9 months of labor, your 9 months of suffering for this baby, for your family, just one night, just one day, tears will continue to roll from your eyes. The baby will be taken away from you and sliced just like nothing. Lives do not mean anything to these people. So they took the baby from her and sliced the baby into 2.
Je n'ai que là-bas. Ah, si on tonde, je n'ai si on tonde.
After that, they shot the husband. You see that? When they took the baby, they sliced the baby, and they saw the husband while he was still sleeping, I believe, because a man cannot be awake and see how his baby is being sliced without reacting. No. So I believe the man was still sleeping, or he was just waking up from sleep at that time. So what did they do? The first thing they did, they sliced the baby to send a very strong message to the family. And secondly, they shot the man and pierced him. They shot the man and take spear, either spears or take a gun, this thing, what do you call it? Either their dagger, and pierced the man and killed the man. And the second child, when they killed the first, the one that she was breastfeeding, she was screaming. And that screaming, with the shot that killed the husband, the second child now woke up from sleep. And what happened? When the second child woke up from sleep, when the second child now woke up, What did they do? They used the machete that they have. They used the machete and split his head. They macheted the young lad, the young child that just woke up from the sleep. This is to show you how barbaric, how evil that these people are. This is to show you that all these Fulanis that you saw coming to Afonobi community, these people should not be allowed to stay even a minute in that community. They are one and the same. They are evil. They are evil. They don't have any atom of humanity on them. This woman lost the baby, she lost the husband, and her second child. They have now used machetes to cut his head. They have, in fact, they want to wipe away the family. And why they left the woman is because the woman cannot react. The woman cannot react at all. After they got and macheted the baby, what they do now, they turn to her and cut her hand. They now cut her hand. They now cut her on the hand. To send a very strong
pova arichana we anshirichi to yuhona akichene kwechena kwa unyive ayanyizinyana azu.
It's really painful. It's really painful. Then the oldest child, they also struck my oldest child, but he survived after treatment. They killed two of his children, and the oldest one survived because when they left, he was not dead. They took him to the hospital, and there he got revived. This is the agony of a mother, just for being a Nigerian, just for finding herself in a geographical location where Fulanis are given the upper hand to intimidate, to harass the citizens by the state government, by the federal government that is supposed to protect the indigenous population. This is very, very sad. This is the situation. Look at the faces of women who are widows. Look at how their faces are filled with horror and pain. Filled with horror and pain, uncertainty. Because they found themselves in a situation that is beyond the imaginable. In a situation that they find themselves, they cannot help because the Nigerian government have placed them in that position. Nigerian government have shown hatred for these women, for these communities. Look at their faces. These are humans like you and I. They face tribulations. They are facing intimidation and harassment, all caused by the Nigerian terrorist state. The government that should protect them, the government that should fight for them, the government that should defend them, the government that should speak for them. The Nigerian government are not doing anything to that effect. They don't speak for these people, rather they speak against these people. They don't fight for these people, rather they fight against these people. They don't defend these people, rather they allow these people to defend. They don't even allow the people to defend themselves. The Nigerian government now defend the killers of these people. That is so sad that it is. And that is why we are calling on Biafrans in the homeland, When you see all this Fulani coming to your land, coming to your community, make sure you do not allow them a breathing space in your community, because you will have to avoid the stories that touches the heart when these people are eventually allowed access into our various communities. That is why we are calling on Biafrans in the homeland and in diaspora to support the effort by our government to free Biafra out of Nigeria. The reason why these people are suffering is because they are still in Nigeria. The reason why they are suffering is because even in the face of all this harassment, in the face of all these killings, they have nobody to speak for them. Nobody is fighting for them. They are helpless, hopelessly helpless. They don't have anybody to fight for them. The lives of Gowon are in America, are in UK, because of the atrocity that they committed. Because the atrocity they committed, they don't have the willpower to protect their people. Danjuma can only speak. They cannot act. They cannot put mechanisms in place to defend them people, their people. Autumn can speak from now to tomorrow, speak the whole grammar that he knows. They don't have the balls to form security outfit to defend the vulnerable women and children that come from Plateau State or Jos. Reverend Ezekiel, he will lament. He will do 100 burials. He will cry, Jesus this, Jesus that. He will raise the Bible here, raise the Bible there. At the end of the day,
Lisa speaks first.
Sinye akrefie biutu tu sinye na shuerensi je we karabringe to je dizijene tonje ma wente shimi je kwa dizi azibe mwitare zibe ne chichikanu sinye be klanu sinana bebe ni shete be la me arabanu sina be cheva be tiskata na ari Deixa de obedecer só tote de pior fana não sei bicho alguma a sewa não kiraba a gente kiraba a se um tom de ambra que tinha não je eu com uma ron cuji se jana se deseja na ambra rabartine a gente kenyana be agure be unje a gente fara ne gembe daga chana bere be unje nji daga vaji ngararichi kanya diwe harimbe ampova arichana we anshirichi to yuhona akichene ko chena kwa nyibe aya nyizinyana azu
Last year,
This is the cry of a mother who is in pains. So these people do not have anybody that is protecting them. The likes of T.Y. Danjuma, they can only make statements, but they do not have the balls to protect their community and these vulnerable women. Gowon, because of his atrocities, he cannot come to defend these people. A lot of generals who were in the Nigerian army, they don't have the balls, they don't have the courage to defend all these vulnerable women, to even defend their community. That is why these people are left at their fate. This calamity upon calamity, destruction that is visiting them, because their people lack the willpower to form security outfit to protect these indigenous people. Look at the faces of all these women. Mind you, this is a community that is filled with widows. Where are their men? Their men have been killed by the likes of Tinubu, by Shetima, by Matawale, by Nihu Ribadu, by Pantami, all these terrorist apologists, by Sultan of Sokoto, Abubakar Said, and all the rest of them, by what do you call it? All these Fulani who are in political office, El Rufai and all the rest of them. They are the people who in the first place went to Sahel and brought in all these terrorists to come and help them win election. And after election, they now promise them Nigeria. And they are now in killing spree. And nobody is holding them into account. This is why we are asking the Biafran people, you should be very much grateful to Biafran government in exile for forming a defensive protection for the Biafran people against all these terrorists. Against them. Without the presence of Biafran Defense Forces, this is the fate that would have befell our women in Biafra land. If there were no Biafran Defense Forces, by now our women would be running helter-skelter. By now, the men in Biafran territory will all be in exile. By now, our communities would have been ravaged and taken over. By now, the Fulanis will now be inhabiting our ancestral lands. But we thank Chukwu Okike Abiama that we have men and women who have vowed, no matter how little that it is, they will continue to support the Biafran government in exile to make sure that our land is not overrun, to make sure that our women and children are not killed in like manner that they are facing in other communities and in other states in that evil contraption. Look at the faces of these women. These women are living in bondage, Nigerian terrorist state, bondage of the Fulanis. These are Christian women. Oh. Look at how their faces are. Imagine yourself finding your mother in this scenario, in this position. Imagine you as a mother in this position where your child or your children were murdered before your face, where your husband was shot point blank. What will be your fate? God forbid that this happens in our land. And this is the reason why we want you to understand that Biafran Republic government in exile under Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere is doing everything humanly possible to see that this is not our fate and it's not going to be our fate. But you have a commitment to make. You also have a contribution to make. You also have a part to play to make sure that this never happens in Biafra land. That part and that commitment is to support the Biafra restoration cause, is to support your freedom financially. Very, very important. Because for the singular reason that Biafrans are not killed the same way the other communities and states are facing in Nigeria, is as a result of the little funding that Biafrans are funding their freedom. The Biafran Defense Forces, they need to be well equipped, just like American soldiers. Have you seen American soldiers? Have you seen the level of sophisticated weapons that they have? That is why they can neutralize. That is why they can, they can counter any kind of insurgents at any particular time. That is why they can take on any kind of terrorist at any time. Terrorism, they can be able to challenge it, subdue them, and uproot them from their land. If the Biafran Defense Forces have the same measure of arms and ammunition, believe you me, Nigeria will not last in our land. Nigeria will not last for a month in Biafran territory. But because we don't have such sophisticated weapons, we don't have such support that we needed from Biafrans, that is why you still see some pockets of attacks that happens in Biafran territory. So Biafrans, we are appealing to you to come on board. To come on board and support your freedom. Very, very, very important. Freedom is something that everybody should desire to have. Everybody, irrespective of who you are. If you are a Biafran, it doesn't matter whether you are in charge of the liberation or not. You should be very happy that there are people who are actively involved to make sure that you are free out of the terrorist Nigerian state. Your government, the governors that in Biafra land, they are not after the freedom of the Biafran people. Yesterday, there is one video that is very much pathetic, and I need to play it once again. I need to play that video once again because it is really, really heartbreaking that in this 21st century, that we don't have hospitals in particular communities in Biafra land. You have senators, you have House of Rep members, you have local government council chairmen, you have councillors who are paid, who have Nigerian government and who gets allocation from the federation or state. Yet, there is no hospital for the teeming population from their communities and states. It's very, very heartbroken. Very, very sad. So, if these people cannot put up a health center, an affordable health facility for you, then I want you to understand that you are on your own. Yes. You should understand that you are on your own. If the community don't have what it takes to take care of them health-wise, it means that those who are representing you are actually not concerned about you as a people. They are not concerned. Their primary concern is how much money they are taking in every blessed month. And I don't know whether my listeners can hear me. This is really disturbing, but please bear with me once again. I wanted to play you. Let me see if I wanted to play a clip on that video yesterday where a community in Biafra land, a community in Biafra land do not have a very in the sense that this community generates lots and lots of money for the state. This community, they get allocation for the development of the community. The government, federal government gives allocation to the senators, and the boast of healthcare system. The one that has the